I like Stick. Stick is a
Yeah, me and Mastermind were listening. We're like, yo, Stick is kind of the joint right there.
Just shot that video last week, so it should be dropping with the project.
Right.
So it should be dope.
Yeah, I think we go. She want back in. She want back in. Yeah, yeah. She want back in. Get no prices. Yeah, yeah. Get no prices. Get no prices. Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. It's your man Ricochet, and I'm chopping it up with the one and only Portion. My guy, what's going on?
Thank you for having me, brother.
You already know what it is.
Sure.
We had a similar conversation, I think, a year into the pandemic.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, you had dropped the EP, I Am Nothing Without. Mm-hmm. Finish that sentence for me. I am nothing without
Family, love, unity, loyalty. It really is like, it's an open-ended for everybody to kind of put whatever they feel,
Right.
So I just wanted to leave it open-ended for the fans to kind of engage and kind of put what it means to them.
Right. But as it relates to you, when you say family and all that, is that the theme that we hear throughout the project?
Yeah, definitely. You hear that throughout the project. You also hear other themes too, right?
Right.
So, yeah, it's just open-ended because I wanted to kind of touch on a lot of different topics.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to leave it open-ended.
So the EP dropped last year, correct? Mm-hmm. Now you're back with the deluxe version. Yeah. 5 new joints on it. Mm-hmm. Why a deluxe version versus just putting out another project, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually wanted to put out another project, but it's just the timeline kind of didn't work in terms of like, songs and all that stuff.
Right.
And then there's just the label structure, how it is,
Right.
Nowadays everybody wants new music all the time.
No bullshit, I just wanna flex. On designer, I'm spilling my way.
So, Wave. Mm-hmm. Huge record. I think that was the record that really got everybody onto your wave.
Yeah.
No pun intended. And now we get the deluxe version of the album, and we got the record with Toosii, Eastside. I feel like you picked up where you left off with this record, continuing with just a major buzz on this record. Talk to me about the collab with Toosii, how it came along, and the vibe of the record.
Yeah, the vibe, I just cooked that up in LA, and then in January I linked up with Toosii. We were in the A. A mutual friend had linked us up, and then from there we just was vibing. I played him the song. He hopped on it right away, less than 30 minutes, and just cooked it up right there.
Wow, so it was like totally organic.
Yeah, it's totally organic.
After you going crazy. Yeah, riding on the east side with it, east side with it, and they watch my every move.
Now, with some of the other records on the deluxe, tell me what are the ones that we gotta look out for? I know as an artist you're gonna say all of them,
Yeah.
obviously, as you should. But what are some of the joints that we should look out for? Because I got a chance to listen about an hour ago, and I see the heats there.
Yeah.
But what are the standout joints for you?
Yeah. I think Blood on the Money is my favorite right now.
Right.
It's just a little vibe. There's a lot more soul samples, like a lot more like, you hear a lot more like vocals in the background and stuff like that on this project compared to the last one. So it's a little bit more cooler, a little bit more calmer with this vibe.
Right.
But I like Stick. Stick is a
Yeah, me and Mastermind were listening. We're like, yo, Stick is kind of the joint right there.
It's kind of it. But yeah, we just shot that video last week, so it should be dropping with the project.
Right.
So it should be dope. Yeah.
I got it sticking and go automatic. Now I'm in traffic, and I'm riding with Stick.
When I listen to your music, I'm like, me and Mastermind were listening. We're like, I wonder, like, where's the inspiration coming from? And I know we had this conversation a while back again, but why don't you let me know what inspires the body of your work these days?
That's a good question. It's crazy because I don't really listen to that much music. Like,
it's funny that you say that, because anytime I talk to somebody that's in like recording mode, and the homie Belly would tell me it's all the time, like he doesn't want nothing else being played in the studio while he's doing his thing.
Yeah, definitely. It just kind of points you in a different direction when you're listening to other people's music and kind of comparing yourself, and all the time. But I do have my few artists that I listen to that kind of inspire me, or like kind of, I know that, okay, boom, this is the type of way that I would like to do it. So like, let me learn from this, or like,
And some of those artists are
Future,
okay,
Youngboy, Drake, of course, Baby, Meek. There's a lot of different artists.
Right.
Yeah, but like in terms of like trying to change it and stuff and trying to change my sound, Like I like Coffee. I like Thames is dope.
Right.
Brent Fayez.
See, again, I'm getting this vibe that you're like out of the box, and this is getting me excited to hear what you got coming next.
Car runs Aladdin. We used to sleep on the floor and shit got rough, we ain't panic.
Last time we spoke, about a year ago, you were spending a lot of time going back and forth from here to the A. And off camera, you're telling me you officially kind of settled into Atlanta.
Yeah.
How important is that to you? Now, I talk to artists all the time, and I kind of preach to them the same thing. I'm like, yo, there's nothing like being on the ground where things are happening. What made you make that decision to make it a permanent thing?
Just the overall experience, like over there, just recording is easier. Everything is just more easier. Everything flows more easier for me over there. Out here, I got to deal with a lot more family things and a lot more like personal time, you know?
Right. So you're saying like there's kind of like less distractions.
Yeah, exactly.
Out there.
Exactly. So it's easier to move around. There's a lot more networking. Like even with just underground Atlanta artists, homie Smoke out there, you going crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of just. It's easier to, like you said, like move around on the ground and get to rock with different artists, you know? I was at Presser's show out there with OGZ.
Right.
That was hard. But yeah, just connecting, even like with artists that are from the city, connecting out there.
I mean, here in Toronto, we like to, at least, you know, we assume that our wave is huge, but sometimes that might not translate to other cities. What's the vibe in Atlanta coming from being from Toronto? Like, what's the reception like?
They rock with us, but I think they don't know that much about us because there's not that much like history in terms of like broadcasting. You know? Like we know our history, of course, but they're not really, other than Drake, you know, they haven't really heard a lot of different artists. So when they hear our shit, they fucking with it. So it's obviously different slangs, different twangs, different way we talk.
Right.
But I feel at the end of the day, we all come together as trench babies. So,
Right.
You know?
I signed that deal, feel like I sold my soul. I'm on the road, feel like I got no home. I hear hibachi's for a plate to go.
The feature with Toosii was huge. Any features, any collabs that you could leak out of the bag? You know, who you been cooking up with? Because you're out in the A, so I'm sure you're bumping into it.
Now I'm bumping into a lot of artists. In terms of working, I don't really want to speak on anything.
All right, we're gonna keep it on the hush for now.
Let's keep it on the hush for now. I definitely want to get something with Tori though. Me and Tori was in the studio in Miami.
Right.
His new shit. Money Man, me and him have a few conversations.
Okay.
You know, we're working on some shit.
All right, well, we'll be looking forward to it, man. Talk to me about Fifth World and his importance to you and his, you know, and what he meant to you.
He definitely made an impact while he was here. Like anybody could tell you, you know. Like, when he comes around, he just different energy, you know. Yeah, that was that time I had to like kind of vent on that song about that experience.
I got the call and I heard you was dead. Shit cut me deep, had to jump out of bed. I know the streets and they don't play it fair. I'm smoking weed just to balance my head. What hurts the most is I ain't get to tell you how much I looked up to you. Fuck what they said.
It is what it is, you know. Like you kind of gotta keep things in motion and keep it going and keep it pushing towards the future. But at that moment in time, you know, you could hear everything in the song, how I felt about the situation.
That was your way to pay homage.
Yeah, exactly.
Your face when I look at your kid.
Who are you talking to? You talking to daddy?
Money forever. Speed past the red light. I got so much.
Now, I also read somewhere that you're sitting in, and this is very rare because when I talk to rappers, you don't hear writing camps come up in the conversation. A lot of rappers feel that whatever their pen game is, that's what it is, and it's hot. Because you got to have that confidence. But I read that you were getting into some writing camps. I believe you were in Miami for a writing camp. How important is that to you to elevate your pen game?
I think it's dope. It's working with different artists and just like bouncing ideas off each other and kind of building something that you might not even use for yourself. You might use and send it to another artist. You know? So it's dope. I got a record that came out of those sessions that's like a different type of vibe, like an island type of vibe.
Yeah. So we were kind of talking about that. So I'm sure you're recording. I'm sure you got a gang load of music in the tuck. You're looking to your next project. What's coming? So what's the evolution of Portion?
I definitely just want to add to my repertoire, like different type of music and different type of production styles. I got a record that my main producer Hefe just cooked up. He sampled like Coffee, the artist from Jamaica, on there. So yeah, we're just trying to open up our sounds, open up different boxes that we haven't opened up yet. I felt like I did a lot for the like street music.
Right.
Trench Baby coming, so that's just all street shit. So I want to open up and I see that my fan base could be bigger. You know, I could reach out to different genres of music, and then also different cultures of people. So I'm trying to do that.
You know, it's dope that you recognize that, because a lot of people, a lot of artists sometimes get in a lane, get in a box, and they kind of just stay in that box. So to hear you, you know, say that you're looking to expand the fan base is hella dope.
See, I think we got she want backing. She want backing, yeah, she want backing.
What is next? You mentioned Trench Baby.
Yeah, the Trench Baby EP, June 10th.
Okay.
That's the 5 extra songs. It's kind of a double EP.
Okay.
So the first one was I'm Nothing Without. This is Trench Baby EP.
Okay.
We're mixing them together to make the double
deluxe,
EP.
right.
Exactly. So now we're working on the next project, which kind of be like, it's gonna be a mix of both sounds you hear on the first 2 projects, and then a whole new sound. So
right. Alright, so the project is out June 10th, Trench Baby Deluxe. If you guys are not up on Portion, I highly suggest do your research, run up some of the music, look out for the project, Trench Baby Deluxe. If people want to tap in with you, where do they find you?
NF Portion on all platforms, Portion on all DSPs.
I'm looking forward to everything else you got coming up in the future, brother. You already know you got a fan on this side.
So
Yes,
love.
Sirski.
Love.
Get no prices, I might buy this on if she